WAPL Mornings with Laura Lee and Cutter.
Scott Holt is the lead singer of the band Foghat. Foghat are going to be in town this Saturday. Legendary band headlining a free show at Paperfest in Kimberly for thousands upon thousands of people. We couldn't pull it off last year because of travel stuff, so Foghat nice enough to rebook and come back. So thank you for doing that, Scott.
Well, thank y'all for inviting me on your show. We were bummed last year when we didn't get to make that gig. I guess every computer in the country went down at the same time or something, and we were trapped in Atlanta for what felt like years, but I think it was like overnight or something.
At least you're in an airport that has its own city.
Well, we were fortunate. We found a hotel nearby that had a restaurant across the street that was playing nothing but funk and R&B,
Oh
and they
yeah.
had seafood and drinks, and we blew it out for the rest of the evening. So it wasn't a
There you go,
total,
yeah.
but
Mm-mm.
we wanted to play. So
Oh, what else are you gonna do in those situations?
yeah, you got to make lemonade out of lemons.
Exactly. Scott, you became the lead singer of Foghat, what, 2, 3, 4 years ago? 3, 4
Three,
years ago?
probably about 3 years ago. Probably starting my
Okay.
fourth year, I think.
How does Foghat's a legendary band, man. Slow Ride is a song that every single human being on the planet knows. You hear the intro and you're like, oh yeah, all right. How does one become the lead singer of this legendary rock band? And I know you were doing stuff behind the scenes with them at first, right?
Right, but was that on your bingo card for that year? For that to happen?
Uh, it was a lot of bribery and there was a lot of money that changed hands. Um, I've been hanging around them since like 2014, just
Okay.
writing with Roger and the guys, and I got to know them all pretty well, and just we just always got on, and so when Charlie, the previous lead singer, decided to retire, I happened to be in the studio with him. We were working on a new record, and Roger just said, "Hey, you want to join the band?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I want to do." So,
I've been hanging out, bro.
yeah, I've been here. I've been sweeping up the whole time. You didn't notice me over here
Yeah,
taking
right.
the trash out. So, yeah. So we stopped making the new record and started me learning the song so we could go on the road because they had a tour starting in 2 weeks, and then
So Charlie retires, and they had a tour in a couple of weeks. So you had to step
yeah,
in.
it was
Jeez.
it was a tight scheduling situation, which I don't, I mean, I can't speak for Charlie. When your time is done, or when you feel like your time is done, I don't know that anybody else's schedule really matters. But yeah, it was a real tight time frame. So
Man. You are, for people who don't know, Scott Holt is a solo artist, a blues artist, singer, hell of a guitar player. You got your start with Buddy Guy, though, is that right?
yeah, yeah. My first professional gig, the first thing I got paid for was playing guitar for Buddy. And I was with
Damn,
him for 10 years. So yeah,
it's a pretty good gig.
it was a wonderful gig. It's funny because I tell people all the time, I was so young when I got the gig and so immature that I didn't really, I was too naive to be scared, which worked in my favor because I would have been horrified. Looking back on it, I should have been just mortified, every day that I walked on stage with him. But I wasn't because I was too young to understand the magnitude of what I was doing. But he taught me everything, buddy. He's one of my dearest friends, and we've stayed friends this whole time, but he taught
Mhm.
me everything. He took me around the world and showed me everything.
That's incredible. Just gonna stand on stage with Buddy Guy.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Now,
it was it was nuts. You know,
being with Foghat and touring with Foghat, do you still still have time for your own stuff these days? Or
not as much,
no?
because we stay busy, and I'm really trying to focus on being the best lead singer for Foghat that I can be, and that takes a lot of my attention. I will do stuff on my own. I'm not opposed to it, but I just don't, I turn down most of the opportunities because I just want to focus on this.
Scott Holt, lead singer of the band Foghat, joining us this Saturday show, Paperfest, Kimberly. Laura's gonna be hosting it. Um,
Yeah, my very first paper
you,
fest. I'm
you get
looking
to
forward to being
open
out
you
there.
get to open for Foghat.
Right, by giving blood.
So
That's what I know how to do.
So we
You know,
decided.
we'll have free drinks backstage, so you'll be fine.
Oh, sweet. Give blood.
See?
You know, like you're not supposed to, but when you give blood, like you have a drink, boop, done. Because it,
Oh, right.
yeah,
So you get buzzed quicker.
a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
They tell you not to do like strenuous things
Makes-
afterwards.
I did see this is I'm learning something. I'm glad this is educational for me. I had no idea.
I gave blood yesterday, and so we were talking about it all morning. It's something that I do on a regular basis, but yeah, that you're not supposed to, but like have a drink afterwards, and you're good. Just one.
Well,
Done.
okay.
Yeah, if you ever get blood.
Good to know. There'll be plenty of drinks
One's
at Paper
good.
Fest.
If one's
So-
good, two's got to be better, though, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, already,
then-
someone else can get blood, and then let me know at Paper Fest.
And then
There
3
you
you don't
go.
remember. Then you can make all the bad decisions. You got nobody to blame because you can't remember them. So you're fine.
That's
how
exactly
often
right.
do you find yourself out here in the Midwest? I was gonna say because once you're out here this weekend, since you guys weren't here last year,
Yeah.
cheese curds. I don't know if you like cheese, but cheese curds.
You know, I've been in Wisconsin. I spent like 15 years as a solo artist traveling in a van. And so I've been to Wisconsin many times. And so I'm well aware of cheese curds and I'm also aware that you don't go to Wisconsin in January because it's you have like the death winter
What do you
that
mean?
Smart man.
you
It's
can
fine.
die. No,
It's
it's not
fine. I
fine.
don't know what you're talking about.
No,
It's fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine. And
It's fine.
people
See
from
how we're-
Wisconsin will tell you, oh, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. You should have been here like in
Oh,
74 when it was, 115 below.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I
yeah,
remember snow as high as my head.
yeah, exactly. I'm from
Granted,
Tennessee.
I was.
Where, if we get an inch of snow, it's the end of the world and everybody goes
By the
berserk.
way, dude, I was just in Tennessee a couple weeks ago, and I had
Oh, yeah?
never really spent much time in Tennessee other than a couple times in Nashville. But I
Right.
went like Appalachians area, east,
Oh, okay.
south, and east. I got a cousin who lives in Mountain City, and that state is gorgeous.
Yeah,
It is so cool, and the people
especially
were
where you
so
were.
nice.
That's really pretty over there on the eastern side of the state too. The mountains and stuff.
Mhm.
It's nice. Yeah.
Scott, are you a hockey fan?
Um, I appreciate hockey. I discovered that I like hockey better when I go to the game. It's hard for me to keep up with it on TV, but
Yeah.
once when the Predators came to Nashville and my wife and I went to a couple of games and being there, it was it's like watching a different sport. It was way more fun and more exciting. So,
Bora is a giant Nashville Predators.
They're my team. You tend to
oh,
say,
they really?
oh yeah,
Cool.
best.
Well,
Well,
we've got a good hockey team, so
oh, excellent hockey team. Their minor league team, the AHL Milwaukee Admirals. So they're just right down the road from us.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, there's your
Well,
There's
connection.
the tie. There's
Yeah.
the connection.
No, I'm not talking about music, guys.
No,
Let's
it's
get that
fine.
back on.
You got
He said
so
Tennessee,
excited.
I'm like, ooh.
You got I saw your face light up when you had the opportunity to ask about the Predators.
Just let her go, man. Let her go.
In July.
I'm desperate for hockey
When,
at this point.
when hockey season's been over for a month.
Be back,
Scott,
though. We'll come back.
Foghat in 2025, and Scott Holt from Foghat joining us. Scott, Foghat in 2025. I saw you guys a few years ago. You guys are a heavy band. I mean, like the riffs. The thing about seeing Foghat live that blew me away was just there's always some soul and there's that blues and sort of that kind of sludginess to it. But you guys were heavy and downright dirty rock and roll. Like I was really kind of pleasantly surprised that Foghat in the 21st century was sounding that way.
Well, I mean, I don't know any other way to do it. I mean, when you listen to those songs, you
Right.
know, you're not going to play Slow Ride as a tender love ballad. It's got to come at you. So, that just for me that's the way that band's supposed to sound. I'm trying to do everything I can to keep up with those guys. I mean, Roger's the leader and he sets the tone and he's probably become one of my biggest influences and he's certainly one of the most punk rock musicians that I've had the opportunity to play with because he is absolutely, his own man. So I'm lucky to be in this situation.
Explain what you mean by that. He's one of the most punk rock musicians to
Because
play
he just doesn't, I'm trying to think of words that I can use on the radio and if we were having a private conversation, it would be a lot easier. I can explain it faster. But
with. So good.
he doesn't suffer fools lightly and he's just not, he knows exactly what we're supposed to be doing and he's all about the music. And
Mhm.
and he, he inspires us. He and I think the same way. The time we spend on stage and creating that sound, that's all there is. That's what we were put here for, and that's what we do. And there's nothing, we're not here to cure cancer or deliver world peace. We're here to play rock and roll and entertain people and make you forget about
Oh
the room.
man, you get the right music, it might help with the peace talks.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, that's, the goal is to make the world a little better than you found it. So that's what we're trying to do. But all we can do is play the best version of Slow Ride that we know how to play.
Well, listen, you can hear songs like Slow Ride and I Just Want to Make Love and Fool for the City, right?
Yeah.
But Foghat two years ago, I believe it was 2023, released 17th album.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Sonic
Yeah.
Mojo.
Sonic Mojo. Yeah. Yeah. That's the first one that I was in on fully. That's when I became a member of the band. We
Right.
were working on that record. And man, it debuted at #1 on Billboard and stayed there for 39 weeks. And I was real proud to be just a part of it, and I think we were all excited that it did so well. It would have been horrible if the first record that I was involved with had stunk. You know, so I'm
Like,
really
well, never
grateful.
mind.
I'm grateful
Never
that it
mind.
did well. So
That's and still new and still more new music coming.
yeah, yeah, we've already started. Well, right after that record came out, we were already working on the next one, and we've got it about halfway done. and
Okay.
uh, and we've got a couple of live things in the can too. So there's a lot of new Foghat music coming out. So I'm excited for all of it. I mean, this is I'm hoping that we've got many years to go. So
See, and I guess that's my point, right? If you can take a band that's been around this long or in various versions
Mhm.
even
yeah,
and have it still sound that good
Yeah.
and still be able to be that relevant,
well
that's incredible.
the trick, it is incredible, and I think the trick is we don't. This isn't a tribute band, and it's not like I'm not trying to sound like Dave, and Brian's not
Right.
trying to sound like Rod. We're more the evolution of the band than trying to recreate what came before. I mean, um, Brian had a good analogy. He's a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and he said
Okay.
one time in an interview, he said, I love the '72 Steelers, but they're not here anymore. So
Mhm.
I got to root for the Steelers that are playing today. And that's the thing. I mean, we have there's some folks on social media that will come up from time to time and say something, not nice, and you just have to understand that this band, I would love it if Dave and Rod were still here, and Craig, that would be awesome. I'd go to the show. I'd go see that
Yeah.
show. But they're not. And what we can do is keep carrying the the idea of Foghat forward and try to do something new with the platform, and that's what we're trying to do.
Awesome. Foghat's live this Saturday at Paperfest in Kimberly. You can find out more details, of course, at WAPL.com. Paperfest is just a fun all around day of food trucks and games and local area cover bands and party bands and original bands, too. And then obviously all accumulating with Foghat, who are going to destroy your ear brains. Your ear brains? Your
Sure.
ear.
That's a good one.
What the hell did I want to say? I wanted to
We're gonna
say
wreck your ear brain.
eardrums. You're gonna wreck your ear brain. You can have
That's
that, Scott.
awesome.
That's yours.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm taking that forever.
Scott Holt from Foghat. Can't wait to see you this Saturday, man. Thank you
Oh
for
man, I'm
doing this.
looking forward
Appreciate
to
it.
it.
Thank
Thank you guys for taking the time to talk.